Word up. What's good? What's good, good people? Back again. Glad to be back. Got NCAA on. Get to chat with y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you guys just got here, hit the like button right away. Hit the like button through the gate so they can know that you're real, you're not bots. As I tell people, I deal with real people, not bots. Hit the like button to show them you're real. What's up, CP? Well, here's the thing. This is a team that has Blake Griffin, even though he's not the Blake Griffin of what he used to be. You got LaMarcus Aldridge, who's not the LaMarcus Aldridge, which what it used to be. But you have three potential MVP candidates on your team, perennial Hall of Fame stars, Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. Three are probably the top five best players in the league today, bar none. All on one team. That has never been done in the history of sports. You've never had three of the top five current best players on a team right now on the same team. Hit the like button for that. That's cray. Now, you have other players on this team already that were already good. Then by the time the playoffs come around, Dinwiddie could probably play, 2-3 minutes if he's available. So you got backups for the backups. You got Shamet that can come in and shoot you out of a game. You have all these weapons on the team. You paid for Steve Nash. You got Pringles. You got Stoudemire out there. You got the Phoenix Suns basically all on this team. All of this team has been condensed together in one big soup bowl. Now, here's their problem. And that this is the reason they didn't get Drummond. Drummond is playing this game. Oh, he's having fun. They're like, you're not finna get our price up, raise the price up for us to come buy you back. Like, dude, you can go. We needed you to fulfill a role. You know, you might need to go to California. Go be a Hollywood star. We'll be all right. You can bounce. Because this is the most press he ever got. Yeah. I'm important. I'm Drummond. Yeah. Everybody want me. Yeah. Look at me, baby. Look at my name in lights. Yeah. I'm important. Exactly. You got Joe Harris coming off the bench. And by the way, that's why D'Antoni shaved that doggone mustache. Once everybody start putting up the Pringles, man. He went and shaved that off. But he's still the Pringles, man. Old Pringles. Right. Drummond is the thing about Drummond, though, and people seem to forget. Let's go through that. Hit the like button if you just got here. If you want to support the page, the Cash App is Carceno, K-A-R-C-E-N-O. Now, Here's the thing about Drummond. Drummond has all this ability. He gets all these rebounds. He gets all of these points off putbacks. Drummond can do all of these different things. But there's a thing about Drummond that most people don't understand or don't realize about Drummond. He's lazy. He's lazy. He could do this every night. And they're going to say, oh, well, that's because, he was lazy in college. He was lazy in high school. He was lazy on Detroit when they had a winning team. And he was the main guy. He was lazy. So when he was getting all of these uncontested rebounds and doing this, that's when they were bad. And it was bad mostly because of him. They paid him the money to stay there, thinking like, oh, we don't want another Ben Wallace situation where we don't pay Ben and then he leaves. Then we get Ben back when he's really done. Like, we could have continually went stronger without Ben. The problem was simple. They did the right move by not paying Ben Wallace that kind of money. They did the right move they should have let Drummond go then and start rebuilding. They held on to Drummond knowing that that's all he's going to be, is a sometimes player. Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. When the pressure is on and it's the playoffs and you need Drummond to get in there and get some rebounds and some boards and putbacks, and I don't know if this guy is going to be locked in the way you're going to need to be. No, because see, here's the narrative. All of a sudden, the New Jersey Nets are trying to buy the championship. The Los Angeles Clippers. You've never heard that before, ever. Or what they're going to do, just buy the championship? You never hear these words mentioned or uttered before. Never. You never hear anybody mention this kind of stuff. When it's every other team LeBron has been on. I never heard nobody say LeBron just trying to buy the championship. Oh, here come LeBron. I guess he's trying to buy the championship. Another player. Only when Charles Barkley came out and said, man, do you want all the good players? Now everybody else is doing the same thing. They say, well, if y'all going to let LeBron do it, I'm going to do it too. So Ballmer went out and started spending money. Get that Larry O.B., baby. The Larry O.B. He wants the Larry O.B. And so does Brooklyn. Brooklyn, like, forget that. Knicks got all that money. They should have been trying to buy that championship. The Knicks is trying to do it the organic way. They're going to pay one or two players, and they're going to really build from there. Yeah, hit that like button up there so they can know what time it is. Hit the like button. Well, see, this is the thing. The Sixers have been a forgotten story. Joel Embiid was having an MVP season. He's going to be out about 3 weeks, and everybody's talking about canceling him. There have been MVP players who have won the trophy being hurt and have missed games in a season. Nobody says you got to play 80-something games to win the most valuable player award. This knocks you out of the race. But when you got idiots who are making the vote, this is the new norm. They don't. If they would have had JJ Redick for Shamit, then yeah. But JJ was just trying not to get hurt. He was somebody who was just passing the time till he can go to another team. But it's evident that a lot of players in this league don't want to play with LeBron James. That narrative that everybody thought that people wanted to play with LeBron has quickly faded over the years. Why? Due to people who have played with LeBron. They go to other teams and they start talking. They start talking to other players in the league, and you see what happens. Oh, it's straight like that. Now, everybody's looking at it as like, oh, right, whoever gets Drummond going to win the championship. Drummond is going to the Lakers. I told you that was their missing piece. They really need him to win. Marc Gasol has become a foregone conclusion. Oh no, the Lakers are getting Drummond. It's 100%. It's a lock. He has to, once he clears waivers. I think he clears waivers sometimes in probably the next hour. Once 5 o'clock hit and he clears waivers, he will be signing with the Lakers tonight. Okay? So let me break that news to all of you who don't know. Drummond is signing with the Lakers tonight. If he fails the physical, he is still unemployed. He's been bought out. So once he's bought out, he doesn't belong to any NBA team. The Lakers did this agreement to a buyout. He put all these other teams out there to try to make it look official. Like, oh no, these other teams are in contention. That's why the Brooklyn Nets went in another direction. He was not going to go there. He was playing a game, trying to see how much they were willing to do. No, they're not going to play and entertain you in the circus while they miss out on other people. The Lakers have done this thing to everybody else, thinking, oh, this person might come here, and they were all the time going to the Lakers. People was wasting their time trying to get AD, and AD was going to I'm like, he's going to the Lakers. It's solid. It's in writing. He's going to the Lakers. Now they finna sign Drummond. Now everybody gonna say the Lakers is on their way now. They don't have LeBron back. They don't have AD back. It don't matter. Lakers finna win the championship now. They got Drummond. Drummond is what they needed. Now don't get me wrong. That was almost domino. But now LeBron's hurt. AD's hurt. Who knows? It's not like as soon as they come back in, they're gonna be all playing well. I'm looking at the situation now. If Brooklyn can stay healthy, they can come out of the East because it's going to be hard to beat that team 4 times in a row. But what's going on with Kevin Durant? That's the biggest question. Why isn't he healed yet? I believe he is healed. I believe now they're being cautious with Kevin Durant, saying, we really don't need you right now. So do your rehab thing, take your time, get your legs back, play in some simulations, and then we'll start getting you back into this run when we start making our stretch, incorporating you back into the game. This could hurt Brooklyn. Because when you get down the stretch, you're going to start to see games are going to be tight. And you're going to need those guys down the stretch. Now, if you got the hot hand and it's coming down the stretch, and the guy y'all normally get to close games, he ain't really had it that night. Do you give him the ball? Or do you shoot because you got the hot hand? What they going to do? See, I've seen teams implode like this. This happened to Portland every year. This is why they go home. They don't have no game plan down there. Their whole thing is, let's get the ball to Dame. Dame going to win the game for us. Just give it to Dame. Hit the like button, good people. Well, they realized that his pulled hamstring that's on his leg is an aggravated hamstring, but it's more than that. It's based on the fact of him being exerting too much energy on his other leg. And once he started having calf, like tightness in his calves and hamstring, they're going to make sure Kevin Durant legs are good to go. So by that being a quick turnaround and starting the season right away, and he didn't play last year, his body has been out of this loop. And he has been, why James Harden was out, Kyrie's having emotional problems. While all of this was going on, Kevin Durant was out there grinding. And I'm like, y'all burning Kevin Durant out at both ends of the candle. All this traveling, all this banging on his knees, he on the floor, KD putting it in, right? Now here come Harden, here comes Kyrie. He's feeling like, I'm okay with my emotions now. So he comes back, they play in the game. Kevin Durant was there the whole time. Kevin Durant was up there for MVP when the season started. He was having an MVP season. Then you seen what happened to him. But Brooklyn has got this false sense of security as if we got this. We just going to hit the switch when the playoffs start and we'll be in the finals. You see, Kyrie's won a championship before. KD. James is only went to the NBA finals once, and that's when he was with KD. But they didn't win it together. So they have to wait and see what happens next. Thank you, Sharon. Most of these people, MacFat, what's up? I see you. I know it's cynical, but it's what it's saying. Everybody else is cheating. I'm a cheat too. But when they say, is Brooklyn trying to buy the NBA championship? That's what they're going to say. Well, they paid all that money. Look what they did. They stacked the deck. All this to be the 30-something-year-old man. I thought he was a bum. He is a bum. They trying to beat the system, not him. Because if it's one-on-one or fairness, a game, they blow him right off the court. It's not about him. They're fighting the system that supports him. Hit the like button for that, ladies and gentlemen. I like that, Reggie Mobile. Man, it's a lot of craziness out here. Hold on, where's my phone? Because I know I don't have it on the charger, which I should, but I don't. Not that bright today. I think it'll be the Nets and Clippers, but you can't rule out the Milwaukee Bucks, who just keep getting better. And people ignore what's happening with them as if they just disappeared and don't exist anymore. Then on top of that, you have to look at other things that matter. You got to ask yourself certain questions like, okay, that happened, but what about this? People need to ask themselves these questions and find out why these scenarios happened, why they didn't take place, why these certain circumstances were put in place of it. Well, owners decided to fight the league. And what they did was saying, okay, you want to stack the deck for who you want to be in the NBA Finals, and that's going to make money for all the rest of the teams. See, not all the teams in the NBA are geared, or their mentality is, let's win an NBA championship. An owner's job is to say, I want to make some money. I want to make money off of my team. If you make an investment, you're not buying a team just so you can win an NBA championship. Who does that? Only people who already have a lot of money and they want that stature. You get those owners like Baldwin. You know, he can care less if the Clippers make some money. He don't need the Clippers to make him money. He's already filthy rich coming through the door. He want to win a championship so he can hold that trophy and be on TV. He likes to be seen. Mark Cuban, they had to have that championship. It was all about Cuban's championship. Most of these owners, they don't care about that. They want money. If you can tell Reinsdorf right now, he can get $5 billion for each championship, but he have to return them, he gonna go $5 billion. That ain't enough. Keep going. What's the offer? He could care less about winning championships. He don't like winning championships. LaMarcus was going to the Miami Heat. Brooklyn came in at the last minute and made him an offer for more money because they heard Drummond. They were like, we're through. We're not going to let another player go by. And while we waiting to deal with your crazy self, no, go ahead on to the Lakers. We'll take Aldridge. So once they took Aldridge, that was it. He wasn't going to Brooklyn. They wasn't wasting their time. We're not going to miss out. They waiting on Drummond. Then he decided to go to the Lakers. Now they done missed out on Aldridge. He in Miami, and they could have had him. They got to play Miami. Sometimes teams take players just to keep them from going on other teams. That's why the Clippers was like, hey, let's see what's up with Drummond. It ain't like we need him, but hell, we can stop him, the Lakers from getting him. Drummond will be a Laker before the night is out. Guaranteed. And you can take that to the bank. Golden State was already champions without Kevin Durant. Did you forget that? Golden State didn't go out and grab 1,000 players. They got Kevin Durant. They drafted their team. So, sorry they beat your homeboy who's supposed to be the king. But if he the king, why he couldn't do it? Kyrie was there. I ain't do it. You had Kevin Love. Why y'all ain't do it? Why y'all ain't do it? Where was your homeboy? The Houston Rockets took that Golden State team to 7 games. Y'all couldn't win one? Damn. OKC wasn't trying to win a championship. See, you missed the first statement. You missed the first statement I made. Certain teams don't want to win NBA championships. They just want to make money. You think the Knicks were crying that they didn't win a championship? Reinsdorf knows I don't want to win a championship. That means I got to pay these guys more money. Winning one is cool. Now we got a championship. Good. Now we keep winning. This is a problem. Now these guys are going to want more money. That was Reinsdorf's mentality. Why do you think after 6 NBA championships, you just won 3 in a row, you break up the whole damn team? The whole team. He didn't care. Hit the like button. That man did not care. Y'all all can go. A man that don't want to pay Michael Jordan. Trust me, he owns the Chicago White Sox and the Chicago Bulls. Both teams have the same exact problem. Him. Don't want to pay nobody. If he pays you, you got your money out of Reinsdorf, that is it. He paid Derrick Rose because he had to. Can't let Derrick Rose walk, and he from Chicago. You got to pay that man. They didn't want to pay Jimmy Butler, but they felt we had to pay Jimmy Butler. Then they had to trade him. So that worked out great for Reinsdorf. He didn't pay Scottie Pippen the whole time. But that's Scotty's fault. Scotty signed that 6-year contract, that flat fee. Then when the money changed, he's like, hey, we going to renegotiate? They don't have to, so they're not going to. And then in the latter part of his career, Scotty made like $100-some million. So he ended up making more money than Mike at that time because he got a ridiculous contract that paid him $30-some million up front from Houston. Houston traded Scotty out of 1 year, sent him back over to Portland. They traded him to the Trailblazers, and he played out the rest of his years there. Then he came back to the Bulls, and he was just there to get money. And Scotty was like, man, I ain't trying to win no games. I'm here to get my money. You see, this is how it works. Now, we finna get into the grits. Don't forget to hit the like button, good people. The best part is coming up. Because I love to prove people wrong. I love it. When I told y'all the Lakers did not want to trade THT, and that was the reason y'all didn't get Kyle Lowry, y'all was going to have Kyle Lowry, and y'all were going to have Drummond. That was the moves. But it all fell by the wayside. They did not want Dennis Schroeder on the team anymore. Dennis Schroeder did not sign the extension. Once he didn't sign the extension, he can go. He's going to try to stretch us for more money at the end of the year? Yeah, Why not? Dennis Schroeder's thinking about his family, his life after basketball. He's not here to let's win LeBron a championship. That's not his main goal in life. He got a life. He got to think about his family and what's best for him. If he got an opportunity to get money, then yeah. The very next day, Shannon Sharp, everybody started throwing it out their mouth. I hear THT was the reason. THT. Y'all were like, who was that guy? When I was doing it, I'm making that up. I'm like, why would I make that up and just pull THT out of the air? THT is from Chicago. Okay, he from here. We knew he wasn't going anywhere. You understand? He wasn't going anywhere. He didn't have to worry about being traded. His family knew he was good. Now, the Brooklyn Nets are the most talked about team in the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets, if you bet them earlier in the season, they were like almost 2,000 or 200 to 1 to win an NBA championship. So for every $1 you bet, you would have got 200. That's how far out of the loop the Brooklyn Nets were when they had Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. They had Dinwiddie, they had Joe Harris. They had those two on this team. They had still no shot. The league had Philly ahead of them, Boston ahead of them, the Bucks ahead of them, the Clippers ahead of them, and the Lakers. Even the Miami Heat was ahead of them or equal to. Now, favorites to win the championship are still the Los Angeles Lakers. Right? Mixed with the Clippers. The Brooklyn Nets are right there. And the Bucks. Now, today, in a couple of hours, Drummond will sign to be officially a Los Angeles Laker, which will move Marc Gasol to the bench. The Bucks are not winning the championship, you say. That may be true. The Bucks have never been in the championship since they had Giannis. So the psyche is, can they get to the championship? That's one. Then you worry about winning it. Now, Giannis has been with this nucleus for a while now, where they kind of really have a rhythm. They know guys are starting to play better. Guys are hitting shots, and they're playing defense. The thing about it is, last year, they were playing outstanding, beating every team in the league. They were number one in the NBA, and they had 4 months off. They came back into the bubble, and that team wasn't the same. Guys weren't in shape. Giannis couldn't even play basketball during the 4 months. He's one of the people that owns a mansion that don't have a basketball court. So he couldn't even play basketball. He could work out. He's got a workout facility, but he didn't have a basketball gym in his home. He couldn't go to the training facilities and start working there because they were all sealed and closed. So Giannis didn't play basketball for months. So let that sink in. And then you guys want to count that as a real championship, Laker fans? Go ahead. Go ahead. Other guys was out of shape. Guys thought they were going to call the season. They were having Zoom meetings, And I was keeping you informed of what was happening in the Zoom meetings. And they were like, how do you know? Because I'm like, I know players that's in the Zoom meetings. And I didn't want to say nothing. But I was telling y'all there were problems. Even in the Zoom meeting, I was one of the first one to tell you, like, it's some major problems. Because I remember I would just walk outside, getting my exercise, walking around, doing my Zoom, telling y'all live what went down in the Zoom meeting. I was like, they got another one today. And I told you, the very first Zoom meeting that went down with the players, and they had all the players in there, they were shocked to find out that majority of the players did not want to come back to start the season. That scared LeBron. Hey, wait a minute, they might call this thing. Who said that? What's going on? No, we ain't said that. The season must go on. He want to come back because it's his ego. He want to know we got to win. So this was his ego stepping over the bounds once again. Because he cannot lose. He got to have his moment where people see him and with the championship. He's got to do his revenge. This thing got to finish. He ain't worried about lives and COVID. Remember him? I ain't going to play if ain't nobody in the stands. No, they can do that if they want to. Shoot, I won't be playing. Then he came out the very next day after the league told him, look, boy, we've given you a lot. You better toe the line. Oh, I didn't realize how serious this thing was. Now I got more information and I misspoke. Right. You had to get your hands spanked. That's how they treated him. Exactly. Yeah, they put him in his place and he came right back out. He knew his position. Think he gonna speak out if China tell him not to? China tell him, shut up. Jane Fonda was right. Yeah, but see, that's the problem that's missing is the entertainment. And you're gonna learn a lot about that tonight on the Patreon. We're gonna put some stuff in perspective. I gotta let you guys in on a little something. Give you a little Patreon news. So all of y'all who's on the Casino for Life Patreon, I know you guys been shocked all weekend. I've gotten your messages. You asking me, did Drake put the murder game down? They're like, Drake murdered somebody. See, is that what you telling us? Look, watch the video again. Make your own conclusions. I know this was blowing your mind. Drake putting the murder game down allegedly, but check it out and make you draw your own conclusions. Y'all was blowing me up on the emails. Now, thanks for responding to your request. I don't even know what your request was, but I hopefully I did it. Now, here's what we got coming out next month. I'm going to give you guys a quick preview. So you would understand. Oh, was you asking on the other video? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I thought I did it, but I was like, okay, I'm going to do it so you'll know it. So in April, we have 5 videos coming out that are going to be like the staple videos. Like each month we have like basically 5 hard videos that come out that's going to shake. So there's going to be more that comes out in April, but these are the top 5. Why Dave Chappelle really went to Africa. Rick James versus Don King. That's like Godzilla versus King Kong. You're going to see that. Nas drugged by Khalees. Live past 90. And the very last one, Allen Iverson, why the league turned on him. That's going to be 5 of the ones coming out in April. On the Patreon only. Those are going to be heavy. Yeah, those are 5. Yeah, we talked about the AI one. But see, on the Patreon, you get a whole different type of version. Okay? Yeah, live past 90. People don't even know what that's about, but that's finna blow a lot of people's mind. Yeah, well, that's going to be one of the things that they talk about and discuss on there. Like this whole week, we really been hitting y'all heavy on the Patreon. So you got to learn Biggie sealing his own fate, what went down there, a lot of stuff that went on. It's a lot of situations that's, unresolved. A lot of these have been truth behinds. They just haven't been titled that. Listen, the Patreon is so solid right now. Telling you, from the Prodigy situation to, and right now somebody just learned about the Soulja Slim. They just saw the Soulja Slim video and hit me up about it. So yeah, we stay on the grind. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people stealing from me. Yeah, Francis landed that shot. And I knew if he was going to win, it was going to be by knockout. That was Dana White's best thing ever happened to him because he can't stand Stipe. So this works out perfect for him. Now, let's get back to basketball. Because here's some things that's going to interest you. What if I told you LeBron James tried to get Kevin Durant to come to the Cavs before he went to Golden State? What if I told you that? What if I told you that? That LeBron went to the owner and said, we can get Kevin Durant, but we might have to do a sign and trade. That OKC was going to sign Kevin Durant and trade him so that they could get something out of it. So after winning the NBA championship, LeBron tried to get Kevin Durant to come over there when he thinking Kevin Durant was going to go to Boston. The Boston Celtics were the team that was in the lead to get Kevin Durant. No one believed for an inkling he would go to Golden State. He took a trip out to Boston, met with the Boston Celtics. Jay Crowder, remember Clam, showed him around. So for all you LeBron James fans who kept talking about and running your mouth, talking about LeBron James, And why did Kevin Durant go to the Golden State Warriors? Your hero, your god, your king, LeBron James, tried to get Kevin Durant on his team too. Shouts out to Ticket TV. Getting his work done on location. Still getting it in. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about some things that's happened behind the scenes. Have you noticed you guys are getting notifications now, right? You're starting to see some notifications going on, right? Starting getting a little, right? Seeing a little more traffic. So we weren't crazy, right? Some things have been happening. Like I said, we've been doing fighting for y'all behind the scenes. This fight been going on since October. Since October, I've been doing this fight for y'all. And the fight ain't over. We still fighting. Like, we already know it's coming because we know what we up against. You know, the line against me, the forms to the left is everybody in that line. You got academic, get him. You got the NBA, pull the plug. I got LeBron behind them. I hate him. I want to move up in that line, Adam. The whole line is up here. I got Jay-Z. I got them all lined up. Them some powerful people. And I'm still standing, still got the lights on. Straight like that. There's a lot of things transpiring that was happening behind the scenes that a lot of people didn't know about. I remember a company that they wanted Floyd Mayweather to invest in. They designed like all these fruit juices machines and all this stuff. They wanted Floyd to invest in it. And they wanted to use all these companies do. They think like me, like Floyd is sitting on my couch. And it's like, look, I know if you get this to Floyd, Floyd is going to like it. I'd be like, Floyd has a business manager. I don't do business with Floyd Mayweather. I'm not, if I came up to him, be like, hey, Floyd, look at this. This is a business proposal. And that you don't have to, I don't know what's in this thing. I don't know what y'all doing. I don't want to have party to it. So this guy who created this fruit juice machine got people investing in it. Kevin Garnett, Amari Stoudemire got involved in it. Who else? Some other players. They weren't really big, but a lot of NBA players had put their money in it. And they wanted to go into being part owners, and they was going to get shares, and then they were going to get the machines, and then a lot of them got them in their homes. They have the like sample machines so they could show. But what it is really a proxy scam when you really look at it. And a lot of them end up pouring their own money into it, and they didn't realize that they were going to be financially responsible. And what the owner of that company was doing was using them as collateral to take out loans for other projects he was working on. So this was they were financially liable, and they didn't even know it, for this guy basically swindling them. So they were continuously paying in. They were trying to get more of their celebrity friends to basically buy you. What you were doing was buying a juice machine and having that juice machine and having your friends buy one from their house, and then they'll be part owners, and then they get their friends to buy it, and then they're part owners. It's a pyramid scam. That's all it was a pyramid scam. KG lost money, Stoudemire lost money. They lost big money behind all this stuff. So when you look at the end of it, you don't know who you're dealing with. I'm very glad I did not even bring something like that to Floyd. You know, imagine if I was to just bring him something like that. I don't know nothing about it. They had one of those Ponzi's going around during the pandemic. What was they calling that? It was in the hood. It was in like every neighborhood, all the ghettos. I mean, from what was they calling that thing? I don't know. It was something like you pay like $500, you get your own thing, and everybody. It's almost like a Tonda. Then when it comes around to yours, you get your 2,500. Then they get their 2,500. Everybody in a susu. There you go. There you go, Andre. There's the scam. And then they even went as far as to say in this susu. You get your own flour. That was it. You get a flour once you build up that flour. And I sat there and I told him, because I've seen these before, just different names. So I say, okay, let me get this straight. So what you're saying is, I'm going to have to recruit. So I'm going to have a job to do. And I'm going to have to do this job forever. So if I get somebody, I'm going to have to keep them forever, or I'm going to have to monitor them and make sure they're getting people, right? No, you don't have to do that. Once they're locked in, that's locked in forever. So I'm like, so I don't have to do nothing. I'm just going to get $2,500 a month just for that. I just get somebody sign up one time and that's it. Then where the money coming from? They're going to have to continuously pour $500 into this thing, right? Somebody's going to have to continuously put their money up. They're like, but you're getting $2,500 back. Why wouldn't you do it? Because everybody's not going to participate. You're going to have to continuously recruit for the rest of your life. This is your job now. It's not an investment. This is something you're going to have to do. And people are not going to be, a lot of people don't have $500 they could put into something and just not act like it ain't there. That 500 is going to mean something to them. Normally, when somebody comes up with an idea that's too good to be true, that's because it is. If anybody approach you with something that don't require hard work or effort and all that stuff, is probably too good to be true. Oh, do I hate LeBron fans? I don't hate LeBron fans. LeBron fans, they come here. A lot of you guys are LeBron fans. So I don't hate y'all. I'm glad you're here because you're the guys that need to be in this classroom. This is class. You wouldn't even know LeBron was a bum until you came here. So yeah, we love you guys showing on up. Laker fans and LeBron fans are not the same. If LeBron leaves, they gone. They are not Laker fans. Laker fans know the difference, and they don't like them. I'm going to tell you that. Laker fans are different. They like Pistons fans and Celtics fans. They're like the core fans. They don't like the new stuff. They don't like these people that's not there. They like, dude, you guys talking about, yeah, that's right, Lakers, baby, Bron. And you be like, you don't know our history. You don't know our language. You don't know nothing about us. All you coming here doing is wearing this jersey and talking about go Lakers. Go over there, man. If you don't know Laker history, you cannot talk to Laker fans. They don't want to hear from you. You gonna talk about LeBron, the best Laker ever. You could get hurt in LA talking like that. Did you see how they defaced that artwork? And then they drew it again and they came and defaced it again? Don't do that. You're disrespecting the game. LeBron was like, man, don't even put that up there. If you disrespect anybody, because one, he was never better than Magic. He was never better than Kareem. He was never better than Kobe. So there, you would never be the greatest later. Do I need to say Wilt? So you're never Elgin Baylor? Do we ever need to mention greatest Laker of all time? I couldn't put him over Big Game James. You know what I'm saying, man? People be making some large mistakes. Some very large mistakes out there. I remember, I'll tell you a story I know. LeBron's rookie year. Ricky Davis was going to play LeBron one-on-one. I'm going to tell you what happened. Hold on. Right quick. I'm going to send this to my boy. He's like, man, what's going on? I'm like, school's in session. So LeBron rookie year, he got on his LeBron shoes. He go out there to play. And he gets his ball. He all excited. And he go on the court. And Ricky Davis was busting him up. LeBron, on one play, faked an injury and got out of the game. And was like, man, my shoulder tight. Got out of the game. He was using that not to embarrass him. Ricky Davis was trying to help him because he was going to show him what he was doing wrong on defense that he could use to help him, because the Cavs told him, they told Ricky, take him under your wing, work with the kid, And the first game, LeBron was success. Ricky was basically, everybody was covering for LeBron, and some players didn't really want to do that. And he had some OGs that was on the team that kind of threw an arm around his shoulder and started helping him out a little bit. No, but Ricky Davis has been in the NBA and he's been successful in the NBA. He was trying to teach the kids some things. And Ricky actually was doing that. But it's other players on the team that did not like him at all. One guy named Larry, say it, finish it, the great Larry. I thought I was around basketball. There we go. Somebody said Bird. Oh, Jesus Christ. Brian playing with Bird. Bird here in 03. Bird. This man said Brown. This guy said Bird. Man said who? Oh, man. Larry Hughes, man. Larry Hughes did not buy in at all. Larry Hughes was there for Larry Hughes. He was the most selfish player. He would be on the most selfish player list. Larry Hughes only cared about Larry Hughes, dog. I swear to God. That's Larry. Don't bother him. Let him play his game. He ain't here for none of this Mickey Mouse garbage. Give me the ball. He came to the Chicago Bulls. Oh man, that was hilarious. I was like, they in for a surprise. Because everybody here loved Larry Hughes. Because Larry gonna ball. I'm like, Larry is a street baller. He could ball. He could play the game. But don't try to talk to Larry Hughes. Don't try to teach him nothing. Larry Hughes knows it all. No information will penetrate. No. Larry, we're going to run this play. We're going to do this. I want to teach you to teach me. All right, I guard you. You got the ball. Teach me. Teach me to play. Come on, coach. Larry ain't buying in. Larry ain't buying into that. Larry Hughes played with MJ. You know why? Because they got the same mentality. He got the mentality to play with Mike. He understands why Mike is the way he is. Larry Hughes was the most uncoachable player of all time. I love Larry Hughes. I'm like, man, with Larry Hughes, baby, we got to get somebody like that. Yeah, Nazi Muhammad that ended up playing for the Bulls, who shoved LeBron down. Hey, I was in school with him, so I already know. They don't play. The Muhammads don't play. Yeah, in school we used to tease him. We used to call him Noxzema. Yep, Nazir Muhammad, man. Yep, went to school with him. No, I didn't go to school with Doof. Nazir Muhammad. They used to call him Noxy for short. What's up, Noxy? And we used to call him Noxzema. His brother Asaka. Yeah, his brother named Isaac and Asaka, I think. Yeah, everybody had a funny nickname. He said, Alan Brown, you are pathetic, worshiping a man. What did Alan Brown say? I'm like, where's Alan Brown? I don't even see Allen Brown on here. In the 90 era, a lot of players would fit into a type of position. Like if he had to come in on the second unit, DeMar DeRozan, he would shine because he plays that style of basketball, like mid-range, coming off picks and rolls, pump fakes, and all that. But him being a substantial player, he played mostly like a Jeff Malone, those type of guys. But if the game got too physical down the stretch, mentally he was shut down. But he's a system player. So him fitting in and playing in San Antonio was great for him. I'm glad they San Antonio kept him because really that's where he could succeed. But it's about she's looking at his game. She's not thinking about him mentally. Mentally, he would crack under the pressure when it's like up to him to do something, but he could be a supportive player. His style of play could play in that system. Like Steph would play to a degree, like off the pick and roll, coming off screens, picking up the ball, shooting it. But the coach would have snatched him and put him on the bench back in the 90s for even shooting from half court. Shooting from half court in the 90s would get you knocked out on the screen and roll. They would just come over with a forearm. Poof! Shooting from half court. Trying to embarrass me on national TV. So it's a lot more different than how it was. That's why those guys get more respect. Coming to the hole, there was a chance you were gonna get laid out. It's just like the NFL now. All these guys are supposed to be superstar receivers. They couldn't compare to no receivers in the 90s or 80s or even the early 2000s because now they comfortable coming across the middle because guys can't clean your clock no more. Receivers used to be scared when they had to come across the middle because they knew somebody could fly and take their head off. Guys get alligator's arms real quick. That's why it was invented. Because they come across that middle, they bracing for impact. And then you had those guys who was tough. They wanted the contact. Them Hines Wards. Boom. Still got it. I'll be like, man, those them tough receivers. They don't have those no more. They don't have those guys. Now it's because of all the concussion stuff. Oh, you can't hit them come across the middle. Now they come across the middle, catch the ball. Yeah! They're like, look, this guy can't be stopped. I'll be like, well, the defense, they kind of handcuffed. They're like, yeah, we can't really do nothing. I got to run 100 miles an hour. And when I get there, I got to make sure I don't hit him in the head at full speed. April 2nd is supposed to be the return date for AD. AD's supposed to come back April 2nd, but I'm hearing that they might push it back to May. But don't buy into that. April 2nd, he's actually doing shoot-arounds. He's moving around. He's not having any pain. They're just trying to get him up to speed from what I've been told. Like, he's not having any pain or soreness like he was before. He's actually giving up, looking good in practice. He's shooting the ball. They're going to check him out again and see how everything's going. And then we'll see him back on the court. But April 2nd is where they're looking at the time to bring him back. Right. Reggie's the smallest guy on the court. I mean, he was skinny and everything, but he was tough. Reggie wasn't just all threes. Reggie can go in there and get you a tough two. He was a 90% free throw shooter. So he knew getting to the line was important. You can't, if you're shooting threes all day, you ain't gonna get to the free throw line. So you're gonna have to drive to the basket. Reggie never won an NBA championship, though he won big games in the playoffs, and it stood out. That's what I mean. When he went off on the Knicks and they came back and won that one game, they lost the series. They lost that series to the Knicks. When he went off in the Spike Lee game and he did the choke and he came back and they won that game, they ended up losing that series. You know, and when they lost the series, it turned Reggie Miller to a star. That game turned Reggie Miller to a star. He got put on the All-Star game next year, and then he was they put him on Dream Team 2. After that, then the next year, they eliminated the Knicks. He did another come from behind. Down 6 with like 20 seconds. That's when they got rid of Greg Anthony quick. After they was like, you let Reggie Miller humiliate you like that. That was the series that got him up out of there when Patrick Ewing missed the layup that would have sent them back to the NBA Finals, and the ball comes out, but it turned Reggie to a star. And he played in one NBA Finals, and that was the one against the Lakers, and he was terrible in that whole series. Reggie Miller played terrible in the NBA Finals. And I'm quite sure he's going to remember that, but Kobe Bryant defended the hell out of him. This was Kobe's first NBA championship. He defended the hell out of him. Oh, yeah. Will Doc pick up Austin Rivers? I'm thinking Doc might pick up Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers is a good system player if he's in the right environment. Like him being on the Houston Rockets, he did great playing for Houston. He was great in that system. I think D'Antoni might pick him up and put him on the Nets. Who knows? They grabbing everybody else. Why not? Hit the like button, good people. Hit the like button. You're rocking with your boy Cino. Shout out to HDTV. Oh, yeah. You know, when I do that AI video, I'm going to be wearing this. I'm going to be rocking the AI. I'm going to be stepping over LeBron. Like I told you, so championships don't really mean anything. It's about moments. It's always been about moments. That's what it's been about. Taking advantage of the opportunity when you see it and taking advantage of moments. They were in the moment. That game one step over, the step back, jump shot over Tyronn Lue and stepping over Lue. That was it. Completely it. Winning that game, that was just epic. I mean, they tried to create a storyline to make Tyronn Lue the hero. Like he was the difference maker of the Lakers series. Because they could not. Sorry about that. They could not control or hold Allen Iverson. At that point, Kobe Bryant was not a better basketball player than Allen Iverson. I tried to tell people this. They don't want to hear it. Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. I'm like, Kobe was a 17-year-old kid. Allen Iverson was about 2 years older than him. They came into the league. Allen was about 19, 20. I don't even think he was 21. Kobe was 17. There was no way he was better than him at that time. Now, when they won the NBA championship, Allen Iverson was in the prime of his career. Kobe was just getting there. You know, like he's just getting it. But when they played each other in the NBA Finals, at that time, Allen Iverson was better than Kobe Bryant. Hands down. Kobe could hold his own, but he couldn't mess with AI then. I sound hurt because I'm thinking of Kobe. You know, I just couldn't imagine a world without Kobe Bryant being in it. You know, it's just like sad. It's like really sad. Well, even the announcers, they always try to sell the narrative of the story. When Philly beat the Lakers, listen to what happened.
A lot of these guys giving each other a hug. Allen, you have ended the 19-game winning streak by the Lakers. No one expected that to happen. You were hot early. You cooled off because of the defense from Tyronn Lue. How did you get it back? It was holding me the whole time.
You cooled off from the defense of Tyronn Lue. How did you get it back? The man put up 40-something points. He cooled off because of Tyronn Lue. He was holding me the whole time. Tell him again, AI. Tell him again, AI.
Allen, you have ended the 19-game winning streak by the Lakers. No one expected that to happen. You were hot early. You cooled off because of the defense from Tyronn Lue. How did you get it back? It was holding me the whole time.
They never tell you that. They never tell you that. They never show you that either. He was holding me the whole time. What are you talking about? Like, this dude was a defensive stopper. Stop it. I was mad as it. The whole world was, but it didn't even matter. After that game, that man became the greatest basketball player probably on the planet. The only one that could rival Jordan. Nobody, his shoes outsold Jordan's. No other person's shoe has ever accomplished that. Matter of fact, they just brought out the questions last week. They just brought out some new questions last week. Reebok don't have to make another shoe. Keep selling the questions. You bring them out in different colors, strawberries, whatever. That first design you ever made, you never had to make another one. Yeah, but I mean, Kanye West don't ball. He said Fish did okay till AI started dribbling. I was doing all right till the guys that started driving by me. Oh yeah. Oh man, I didn't realize it's been an hour. Well, all right. So we talked about the Brooklyn Nets. We talked about AI. I'm glad you guys here. I hope you guys subscribed if you knew. Hope you did that. And definitely, Drummond will be signing with the Lakers tonight. Andre Drummond is signing with the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. He's going to clear waivers probably right about now or probably in a couple hours. But by tonight, before the night is out, he's signing with the Los Angeles Lakers. Go Blue! Michigan. What you know about it?